Ice skating champion Sasha Cohen catches Michael's jockstrap.
Yes, it's the Winter Olympics. They're finally here. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, you know what? We got Olympics. We got Jamal Murray making his first All-Star game. All these things. So much coming to you in the sports section. So let's just do this. Let's do it. Let's jump into sports.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for sports with DeHuff.
Yep, the Winter Olympics are here. Opening ceremony is going to be this Friday, but actually the events start on Wednesday. First one's going to be curling that starts on February 4th. I love curling. I feel like it's a sport that I know this is a slap in the face of anybody that's actually played it. And let's keep in mind, I've never actually played anything remotely similar to curling. But I feel like that you and I could create a team. Just give us 6 months and we'll be good to go, right? Again, total slap in the face to anybody that's actually competitively done curling. But it looks so simple. In 2023, Kip Wilson, the host of Stoned Appetit, a great podcast about weed and food, he and I went to the Denver Coliseum because the curling championships were out there. We covered it. We made a funny video with it. I'll probably repost it this week. And it was fascinating. One, nobody was there. There's like 4 people in the stands, and probably half of those were family members of the people, competing. But anyway, we covered it. It was interesting because I didn't know that there was a guy that goes around and squirts onto the ice. I'm sorry, what's that, Scotty? I feel like that's a job opportunity for me. No, Connery, no. He's squirting water. Huh. Well, if it ever changes, let me know. I don't think that that's going to change, but whatever. There's a guy that goes around with like a 2-gallon jug on his back, and it's filled with water. And he goes around with a like if you're spraying for bugs, goes around and sprays the water upwards, and it creates droplets onto the surface, the playing surface, and that's what the playing surface is a bunch of frozen little water droplets. And that's what they're doing as they roll the stone down, is the guys with the brushes are, scraping and creating a smooth path to wherever they want it. God, I'm coughing. I'm still getting over being sick. But anyway, so I feel like that you and I grab a couple other people, we could create a curling team. If there's somebody from a curling league listening, get me up there. Get me up there. I want to see how difficult it is. And humble me. That's really what I want you to do. I want you to humble me, or you're going to go, holy shit, this guy's got potential, as you're sitting there with a big old fat cigar in your mouth. Let's just get this guy a uniform. Right? In my mind, that's what could happen. But I'm excited for the Olympics. I am. One of my, aside from curling, which again starts on Wednesday, opening ceremonies are actually Friday. The other one that is cool is the biathlon. That's the one I think where you're on skis and you're shooting a gun. I think that's fucking awesome. How, as we as Americans, how do we not win that every year? Right? Skiing and guns. I feel like we'd be a shoo-in for that. That'd be kind of fun. Although it's just a BB gun, right? Isn't that basically what it is? I can't imagine if you got shot with that thing that you'd be too upset. It'd just be more like, fuck, dude. You shot me in the ass. I'm sorry. My bad. I got a little trigger happy. Crazy Americans. Right? You got freestyle skiing, ice hockey, which is always cool. Luge. Luge is the one that freaks me out, that along with the skeleton. What kind of psychopath thought of those sports? The SNL did a funny bit on that one. I don't know if it was skeleton or the luge, but either way, it was fucking hilarious. Snowboarding's always cool. Speed skating. All of them. I like all the events at the Winter Olympics. I don't think there's one that I look at and I'm like, nah, I could do without it. It's not like the Summer Olympics when they try to throw in breakdancing and everybody's like, even the people that like breakdancing are like, I don't see how this is going to work out. And sure as shit, it didn't. Got a lot of great memes from it, from that lady in Australia where she's like, hi, I'm a kangaroo. Ha ha ha. Whatever she was trying to replicate. Anyway, it was funny though, because I'm like thinking, what if they were to add new sports to the Winter Olympics? I guess you could kind of maybe somehow you did like if you did like a realistic snowman building, that would be kind of interesting. But it's got to look real. I want to see boobs. Okay, basically, snowball fighting would be awesome. That'd be very cool, actually. How fast can you, you know, build snowballs and then you either throw them at your opponent or do you just have targets? Obviously, the better thing for me would be like if you're throwing them at your opponent. Dodge the icicle. My brother once, when we were little, threw an icicle at my head from the front porch. I still remember it. And he like knocked me out for like 5 seconds or whatever it was. And I just laid there on, I remember the jacket I was wearing. It was like a black hoodie that actually the hood itself was gray. Because I remember seeing the blood on the hoodie. Anyway, good times. Lick the pole. Hey, Scotty, I bet your mother would like that game. Shut up, Connery. I believe she's a gold medalist already, unofficially. Shut up. Stop it. What about like carry the groceries from your car safely from the store to your car on black ice? Have you ever slipped and fell in your... I've done that. You get out of your car. I didn't have groceries in my hand, but I remember going, take baby steps, Scott. You'll be fine. And then, whoop, land on my ass. Oh, almost died, guys. Almost died. I don't know what else that they could bring into the Winter Olympics that would be really cool. Snowmobile racing. I thought that they used to do that. That would be crazy. Iditarod would be neat. I mean, they do that in the Alaska area, but I don't know if that would transfer well over into the Olympics. But obviously you'd have to be in a place that has a lot of snow, a lot of cold, and I just don't see that happening. So Iditarod is going to stand alone in what it does. But anyway, I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited. Good napping, television is when you have the Olympics on. Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets got his first All-Star nod in his career. That's pretty freaking cool. Congratulations to him. Although I'm listening to the press conference this morning, grabbing a soundbite for Mile High Sports. Check him out at Mile High Sports on social media. And I get to this cut from Jamal, and I'm like, oh, I don't think he's been missing much as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, I really kind of like lost interest in All-Star just watching whatever they're doing out there. It's just like, I'd rather go vacation if that's the basketball we're going to be playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to play one-on-one. I don't care. I'm just a competitor, right? So I would like to play. I know Wembanyama will play. I know Giannis will play if he were to. So I just I want to be one of those guys that's known as somebody who's going to play hard every time he steps on the court and not just half-ass it.
Yeah, if you didn't understand it, he's saying he doesn't like the way how soft they play in the All-Star game. It's a bunch of like ass grabbing, essentially, is what he's saying. And then if he's going to play, he wants to go out there and play hard, play to win. If he's not going to be able to do that, he'd rather be on vacation somewhere. I get it. He's a competitor. Now, that might change if say, next year he makes it and the year after, by the third time, he might be like, okay, I kind of get it. You don't want to go balls to the wall. But good for him. He deserves it. There's been plenty of times where you're like, how the fuck did he not make it? But good for him. Good for him. I was watching the Nuggets game last night. Holy shit, they cannot beat fucking Oklahoma. Oklahoma is the Denver Nuggets Achilles heel. If they can beat the Thunder, they got a shot at winning a championship again. But until then, no. I don't know enough about basketball to sit there and go, they need to be doing this or that. But whatever they do with other teams, they can't do that with the Thunder. The Thunder are too good. They just have the Nuggets number. So they really need to, the brains over at the Nuggets really need to go, okay, we play everybody else this way. This is how we have to play the Thunder because they just fucking embarrass us every time. So if they can beat the Thunder, watch out. Watch out. But until then, no. The Thunder are just going to dominate the Nuggets again. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't like it's mostly SGA. He just seems like an arrogant cunt, and I don't like it. I'm sorry I said the C word. Oh, God, my apologies.
C word alert. C word alert.
We have not played that in a while. My apologies. It just slipped out. Anyway, he's just annoying, arrogant, and just... Here's the thing, though. As much as he flops, so does Jokic. And if Jokic subtracted the flopping from his game, the same with SGA. I think people would take them both a lot more serious. But I'm excited that Jokic is back, but then I'm watching it and there's times where I'm like, dude, come on, stop being floppy guy. He's not as bad as SGA, but he's there. They're almost on the same level. Almost. But SGA is just like, whoa, God, he breathes on me. Blow the whistle, ref. Blow the whistle. It's the same thing with LeBron. LeBron has ruined his legacy by being a crybaby flopper. He is the king of flop. And SGA is right there with him. And Jokic, as much as I hate to say it, guys, let's be honest, he flops a lot. That being said, he does get beat up a lot. I mean, you look at his arms after a game, and it's like he got in a fight with a tabby cat. Like he has scratches and bruises, blood everywhere on his arms. It's from people, being bitches to him. But in his defense, he's trying to bring attention to the fouls, but whatever. It does. Listen, again, I can't talk basketball to save my life. There's so much flopping in the league. It's disgusting. And Jokic is essentially just as guilty as anybody. To say he doesn't flop is a little silly. Very silly, actually. But he's not the worst, but Jesus. But yeah, figure out how to beat the Thunder. You figure out how to beat the Thunder, and you're going to be dominating the NBA. Until then, no, you're just a good team that's not good enough. Nuggets, figure it out. Figure out how to beat SGA and those a-hole Thunder. Because right now, they own you. I should have made an open for this. I was going to do meh or yeah. Just imagine there's a glorious open of meh or yeah. Like, I shouldn't be doing that with my voice. Oh, God. Mama, my voice. Mama. What's wrong, honey? What's wrong with your voice? Mommy, it's all scratchy, and I feel like I'm going to pass out. Oh, honey, quit being a little baby. Don't be a little bitch, honey. Do your job. Sorry. The Pro Bowl, NFL Pro Bowl. Wow, we're talking about the NBA All-Star being, kind of lame. Well, hold my beer. Here's the NFL Pro Bowl games. And yeah, that's a big old meh. I used to love the days. Back in my day, they did the Pro Bowl games, and then you had the Pro Bowl. This time, now, for the past few years, they do the Pro Bowl. They have like a flag football game. Yeah, no joke. And then they have, the games. The games are kind of cool. I remember as a kid, we'd try to, duplicate that in the backyard, set up targets and whatnot. And it's fun. But to put that on TV, to work your ass off as a player, and this is what you're rewarded with is, oh, you can join a flag football team. Oh, okay. And then I forgot to write this down, is the fact that Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler, and he didn't even play double-digit games, right? Come on, man. That's a joke. He shouldn't be a Pro Bowl quarterback. And they put him in there because Drake May's going to the Super Bowl. And they're like, okay, who's next up? Well, okay. Next up on the list is Shedeur Sanders. Oh, come on. You tell me somebody else can't be in there? That just makes it a joke that Shedeur's in there. As much as I want to see him succeed, I think we talked about this last week. As much as I want to see him succeed, it's a slap in the face of everybody else, and it ruins the award of being nominated as a Pro Bowler. Right? You're like, oh, this is great. Imagine being another quarterback. It's the first time you've been nominated as a Pro Bowler. This is great. I worked my ass off this year. And then you're like, wait, hold on. Shedeur Sanders also made the Pro Bowl? Yeah, he's equal playing field with you. Well, that fucking sucks. That's kind of like a slap in the face, right? So that's a big meh. Pro Bowl, I don't know. I used to like watching the game. I know it was cool when the guys got to travel to Hawaii and play in Honolulu. And then you'd have the games all week. And it was neat to see like Elway, Marino, Randall Cunningham and stuff like that, playing. Vinny Testaverde, guys like that. Now it's just like, no. It's a big meh for me. Vance Joseph is staying with the Denver Broncos as their defensive coordinator. That's a big yeah for me. Whew. Now, that being said, they lost a lot of the supporting coaches on the defensive side, but it is what it is. I mean, if he's the mastermind of the defense, that it shouldn't matter. And you should be able to get some pieces to replace that as long as they're following your guidelines. They're following your blueprints. I don't see how that's going to change this Denver Bronco defense going into next season. So the fact that he's staying is good. As long as the Broncos stay the course, fix the offense. If the defense stays the same, if not getting better, watch out. Watch out for the Broncos this next season. But huge news that Vance Joseph is staying. Hopefully he stays for a long time. Going back to the Browns, we were talking about Shedeur Sanders. The rumor swirling right now in Cleveland is that the Cleveland Browns may cut Dillon Gabriel. Meh. It's a meh. Don't really care about the Browns that much. But I guess it makes sense if you're going to ride with Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Why do you want Dillon Gabriel? You could get something out of him. He's decent enough where you could trade him and he'd be, somebody's backup out there. So, yeah, go ahead, trade him. But, I mean, it's just so bizarre with the Cleveland Browns in their whole quarterback situation. Starting of this last season, where they had like 5 quarterbacks at one point, and now they're they traded off Pickett, and then they end up having Dillon as the starter, and then Shedeur ends up being the starter. There's such a fucking mess over there. So yeah, Browns. Oh, you might cut Dillon Gabriel? Meh. Don't care. Seattle Seahawks are going to be up for sale after the Super Bowl. That's a big yeah for me. I'll tell you why. I only say it's a yeah because maybe this will somehow influence the Colorado Rockies to sell, right? The Monforts need to sell the Rockies, and if the Seahawks get some big bucks, why not? Why not? Oh, they're like, ooh, we could do that. Just saying. Market's hot right now. Monfort's the red hot. Go, sell the Rockies, please. Do you see that boxer? Jarrell Miller lost his toupee during the fight. That was awesome. First of all, that's a lot of faith in glue if you're going into a boxing match with a toupee. You're getting hit in the face constantly. What's funny is it pops off, and it's like a tin can. It's like just the lid's just like flopping up there. Then all of a sudden he's just like, fuck it, and he rips it off and throws it into the crowd. What a weird souvenir that person got. Oh my God. Guys, I don't know how to say this any clearer. I can understand ladies because of just the way society is as far as wearing a hairpiece. But fellas, you don't need to wear a hairpiece. It's a natural thing that if you lose your hair, embrace it, shave it, or just embrace the fact that you got nothing on top and plenty on the sides type of thing. Just who cares? Don't try to hide it by putting gluing some extra carpet shit to the top. That's ridiculous. I never would do it. Never would. I guess if you're on TV and it's very important for your image and that image makes you have longevity in that career and it increases your bank account, I guess you could justify it that way. But Joe Schmo, I don't see why we would want to mess with it. I don't. Jarrell Miller, what the fuck? At least he was funny about it. He's like, fuck. And, he'll end up getting some sponsorship deal out of it. Be like, how about this, Jarrell? We're going to get your back hair and put it on top of your head. And we'll do the surgery for free. I know somebody that got, Mike Evans had that surgery where they take, I want to say it's hair from the back, the lower part of your head, the back of your head, and they transplant those hair follicles up to your front of your head. It's not a long-term fix. Eventually it will do the same thing. It's not my thing, not my cup of tea. Just like dyeing your hair. Somebody thought, a guy named Dan Jacobs thought I dyed my hair. I'm like, no. Especially now, I'm starting to get white hairs in my beard. That's really fucking annoying. My kids bring it up to me all the time. Or my wife. They'll be like, what the fuck is that, Dad? What the shit is on your face? They don't say that. But it'd be funny if they did. Be like, God damn it. It's because of you guys. I'd probably have dark hair the rest of my life. But then, kids and, spouses. My wife's like thinking, if she hears that, she's like, oh, I'm the reason. I'm the reason. Go to hell. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out Mile High Sports at Mile High Sports on social and see all the videos that I cut up along with the other great people over at Mile High Sports to keep you locked in on all the sports going on. Yes, Broncos season is done with, but whether it's Nuggets, Avalanche, Rockies right around the corner, or even some Bronco news as it rolls through the offseason, you got to keep it locked in on Mile High Sports. Again, at Mile High Sports. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Big thanks to you for listening or watching. Make sure you leave a comment and give it a nice review if you can, please. Thank you so much. It's the Huff Uncensored. This has been the sports section. I'll talk to you next time.